In the middle of September 2016, thousands of young adults lined up around a concrete block in New York City to buy a standard red clay construction brick stamped with a simple logo. That ordinary piece of building material originally sold out instantly for $30, but within just a few days, desperate buyers on secondary markets were paying up to $1,000 for it. If you look closely around your own room right now, you will find something that you paid a premium price for, even though a generic version does the exact same job. There is a terrifying hidden glitch inside your brain that actively forces you to crave items purely because they are wildly expensive, and almost nobody understands how deep this manipulation goes. What most people never realize is that multi-billion-dollar luxury companies have mapped this exact mental vulnerability, and they use it to extract your hard-earned savings while making you thank them for it. In this video, we will look directly into the dark machinery of modern status consumerism, and we will reveal the precise biological trick that makes your mind desperate to buy overpriced garbage. I break down one deep psychological concept per video in plain English. So if you want to understand why you make choices that keep you financially trapped, subscribe and turn on notifications. To truly understand how your brain falls into this trap every single day, we have to travel back to the year 1899 when a brilliant economist made a shocking discovery. His name was Thorstein Veblen, Veblen, and he published a revolutionary book that completely shattered everything we previously believed about how regular human beings choose to spend their money. Standard economic textbooks will always tell you that when the price of an item goes up, the consumer demand for that item should naturally drop because people want to save cash. But Veblen noticed a bizarre category of luxury goods where the exact opposite happens, meaning that as the price spikes to insane levels, public desire to own them explodes exponentially. Psychologists call this the Veblen effect, and it specifically targets your deep-seated subconscious need to broadcast your social status, wealth, and power to every single person around you. Before I get to the most counterintuitive part of how this alters your physical biology, and trust me, this specific discovery will deeply disturb you, let us look at a real-world corporate experiment. Consider the iconic French luxury fashion houses that routinely manufacture simple canvas tote bags, which physically cost less than $15 to produce in a standard garment factory. They slap a famous luxury logo on the side, raise the retail price tag to $2,800, and watch as millions of middle-class citizens go into massive credit card debt for them. If these luxury brands suddenly lowered their prices by 80% tomorrow to help regular people afford them, their core wealthy customer base would instantly stop buying them entirely. The wealthy buyers do not actually want the physical utility of the bag because they are exclusively paying a massive premium for the social barrier that the high price tag naturally creates. By purchasing something that the average citizen cannot possibly afford, the buyer successfully signals to the tribe that they possess superior resources, moving them up the invisible social hierarchy. This is the part nobody tells you about your consumer choices because your brain did not evolve in a modern world with digital bank accounts and luxury shopping malls. For over 200,000 years of human history, sending clear signals of wealth and resource abundance was a highly effective biological strategy to secure tribal survival and elite mating privileges. Modern megacorporations have completely weaponized this ancient survival mechanism, turning your primitive instincts into a highly profitable trap that keeps you working a job you absolutely hate. Think about the last time you bought a premium brand over a generic alternative. I want you to actually picture that exact purchase and honestly ask yourself who you were trying to impress. But here is the massive plot twist that researchers themselves found completely shocking when they finally put human consumers inside advanced brain imaging machinery to study this phenomenon. In a landmark study conducted at Caltech and Stanford University, scientists placed participants inside a functional magnetic resonance imaging machine and served them identical samples of wine. The only trick was that the researchers intentionally changed the fake price tags on the screens, telling the participants that one wine cost $5 while the other sample cost $90. The structural data revealed that when people drank the $90 wine, the pleasure centers of their physical brains lit up with significantly higher levels of real chemical satisfaction. This means your brain is not merely lying to your friends to look sophisticated, but the high price tag itself physically alters your neurological reality to make you experience more pleasure. Your mind possesses a deep subconscious belief that expensive things must inherently contain higher quality, which creates a powerful placebo effect that physically tricks your sensory organs into loving it. Companies have known this reality for many decades, which is why brands like Apple can confidently sell a simple aluminum monitor stand for a staggering $999. They are fully aware that the extreme outrage generated by that ridiculous price tag will simultaneously signal ultimate financial status to the select tech elites who choose to buy it. Stay with me for the next 2 minutes, because what I am about to show you next reveals how luxury fashion brands systematically destroy their own products to protect this illusion. To maintain the high-priced Veblen illusion, brands like Louis Vuitton and Burberry have historically burned tens of millions of dollars worth of their own unsold, pristine merchandise every year. They would rather literally reduce their own beautiful products to absolute ash than allow them to be sold on discount racks where ordinary working-class people could easily afford them. If the garbage man and the billionaire are wearing the exact same jacket, the magical social spell of the Veblen good is completely broken, and the brand instantly loses its premium power. You are trapped in an escalating arms race of status signaling, where you continually spend increasing amounts of money on rapidly depreciating assets just to keep up with your social circle. What you just learned about retail spending is completely true, but it also explains a massive psychological flaw in how we measure our personal happiness and career achievements today. You might think that earning a $90,000 salary would make you completely ecstatic, but if everyone else in your immediate social circle earns $100,000, your brain feels miserable. We do not actually desire wealth for the comfort it provides, but we desperately desire relative wealth to ensure we are standing higher than the people directly next to us. This is the exact mental loop that keeps smart, hard-working professionals completely broke, living paycheck to paycheck while driving luxury German vehicles that they do not actually own. The ultimate tragedy of the Veblen illusion is that it forces you to exchange your actual, real-world freedom and time for the hollow, temporary validation of complete strangers. Every single time you choose to buy an overpriced status symbol, you are essentially trading days, weeks, or even months of your finite life energy just to secure a fleeting nod of approval. And here is the fantastic news. Once you consciously recognize this dark pattern operating in your subconscious mind, you can permanently dismantle its power over your financial future. The most effective research-backed solution to cure this mental bug is to implement what behavioral scientists refer to as a strict, mandatory blind contrast evaluation test. Before you click buy on any premium item online, force yourself to evaluate the physical utility of the product completely separate from the brand name and the inflated price tag. Ask yourself honestly if you would still happily purchase this exact item at the exact same price if the iconic brand logo was completely erased from public view forever. If the answer is no, then you are not paying for a high-quality product, but you are willingly volunteering to pay a massive status tax to a predatory marketing department. True financial confidence does not require you to wear a loud, expensive billboard on your chest just to prove to random passersby that you have managed to accumulate capital. Let us pull all of this together so that you can permanently lock this crucial behavioral lesson into your mind and protect your hard-earned bank account from today onward. First, remember that Veblen goods defy normal economic laws because their public demand rises purely because their retail price tags are pushed to completely irrational and absurd heights. Second, realize that neuroscience proves that high price tags literally trick your brain's pleasure centers into experiencing an artificial, placebo-driven sense of superior quality and satisfaction. Third, recognize that luxury companies systematically destroy perfectly good stock and engineering to prevent their products from ever becoming accessible to the average, hard-working, everyday citizen. By stepping entirely off this exhausting consumer treadmill, you instantly regain absolute control over your financial destiny and stop funding the profit margins of billionaire fashion conglomerates. If you want to deeply master the hidden psychological forces that quietly dictate your relationship with money, make sure to hit the subscribe button right now. Please share this exact video with one person you care about who deserves to understand how modern marketing systems are actively working against their long-term financial freedom. Having just one honest, vulnerable conversation about this concept could completely change how they view their money, their purchases, and their own self-worth for the rest of their lives.